Alright everybody, welcome back to another Dead by Daylight video. So today's video is going to be a little different, and it's kind of going off of a video I did a few weeks ago of other ways to not get tilted in this game. Now, if you are really having a very, very hard time in this game, and you're getting tunneled out, camped, gen rush, flashlight saved constantly, pallet saved, head-on stunned, pallet stunned, 4 outed, getting terrible map RNG, etc., etc. There's a lot of things in this game that can make you frustrated on both sides. I'm not going to sit here and say it's killers and survivors only, because trust me, it's not. There was a piece of advice that was given to the community years ago, and that piece of advice was this.
Or play something else for a week. Try Civilization or something, just for a refreshing change.
And honestly, it's probably the best piece of advice that could have been given. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say completely quit the game. Of course not. Just take a break. And I understand for like content creators and people who playing this game as their job, it's not the easiest thing to just switch to another game. I'm not saying they can't ever do it, because some of them do and find success with it for a little bit, or their community is understanding and gets that they need a break, and that's fine. But for the average player, honestly, man, just take a break from this game. And I'm going to give some recommendations on some games that aren't nearly as frustrating as this one that can help you out a bit. Now, the first one is a personal favorite of mine, and that is Now, Doom Eternal is a game I have played religiously for since its release. I've beaten it on a Nightmare, I have done multiple playthroughs, I've done challenge runs. The only thing I haven't done is beating an Ultra Nightmare, but that's not going to be my point here. If you are genuinely angry at this game or this community, this is a game that rewards your time and lets you have a vent for that frustration. What's the best way to get out some rage? I don't know. Being the literal embodiment of rage upon the demons you can be, and slaughtering hundreds of thousands of demons with a complex arsenal. It's a thinking man's shooter as well. Yeah, it's a bit of a boomer shooter and an arena shooter, and if you're not the best first-person shooters, maybe not, but the adjustable difficulties help with that. This game is just impressive. I love it. It's one of my favorites of all time. Now, if something like Doom isn't up your alley, and you were looking for something that's more teammate-oriented, well, my next suggestion would be Now, Deep Rock Galactic is a game that I didn't start playing until a few months ago, actually, and I have become hooked. This is a live service game that makes live service, just all other live service games pale in comparison as far as how well they treat their community. It has a free battle pass, 100% completely free battle pass. There is no other buying in the game other than small cosmetics that are like $8. The game itself goes on sale all the time. It's very good. On top of the gameplay, I have spent hours in this game just hanging out and drinking beers. It has no effect on the game. It doesn't do anything. I just sit around talking chat with random people who happen to show up and just drink beers. But to the actual gameplay itself, it's a roguelike in a sense that it generates the maps randomly. It's very fun in that sense because it never gets stale or old. There's like 9 different mission types, and there's 4 different classes to pick one, each with 6 different weapons. And because it's cooperative, and because of how the game is incentivized, it doesn't incentivize you at all to be selfish because everything is basically shared. It's really good at not only building teamwork, but showing you that not everyone in this world is a fucking asshole, okay? If you really need to see the true good side of humanity, play DRG for a little bit, and trust me, you'll enjoy it. I cannot recommend this game any more highly. Now, if you're looking for something that's a bit more multiplayer related, that's PvP, I would recommend Now, Halo Infinite is a weird one, and one that I know some people are probably going to have an issue with. Personally, it is the most casual shooter I can think of that is PvP. And I know there's people who are saying MMR and people still try hard and all this stuff. Honestly, I see it from time to time, but for the most part, it's a pretty chill game. There's no real stakes unless you're playing ranked, and even then, no one really cares. It's free. That's the other thing with it. The battle passes aren't too intrusive. The monetization is a bit bad, but yeah, that's a whole other topic. The gameplay itself, though, is very fun. And if you're in a Swift, you can easily join in together and play that way. Same with DRG. Doom Eternal is more of a single player thing, but I wanted to add one single player game in here. But yeah, with all of this down, I'm genuinely curious what other games you guys play apart from Dead by Daylight, because I know we tend to stereotype a lot of people in this community like they only play Dead by Daylight. I know that's not necessarily true, but I'm curious what other games you guys play to maybe unwind or get at your frustrations, or generally just to like when you're taking a break from the game as a whole. I just really do want to know. Maybe you can give me some suggestions on games too. I know I'm not the best at picking games, but these three here are probably the three I come back to the most whenever I just don't feel like playing Dead by Daylight. DRG in particular, Doom Eternal every now and again. I probably do a playthrough of Doom Eternal at least once a year, minimum. But yeah, I love you guys. I'll see y'all when I see you, hopefully tomorrow as the typical schedule goes. And yeah, bye.